There comes a point in time where you stop telling all of your friends what you want to do with your life and you just start doing it. And for me, that time was probably a year and a half ago, to where I realized that there was a lot of people by my side and they probably love you, but at the end of the day, you have to understand they just don't see the vision that you have in your head. And I know it's hard. I know you don't want to actually do all the work necessary because it seems like a lot. And I know you don't want to stop talking about it either, because I was the same way. But you have to get out of the frame of mind of talking about things and just not doing them. And you just have to do them. I see a lot of guys on Instagram, a lot of guys on YouTube, a lot of guys on TikTok talk about how they want to start an agency, talk about how they want to start a copywriting business, talk about how they've been in this space for a while, or they've found success somewhere else and they want to start a coaching business. I've heard it all. And I guarantee you, the people with the loudest mouths take the smallest action. And it actually does, it doesn't surprise me anymore. But I just know, and you probably have the same sense. If you don't, it's probably just not developed yet. But when people overly talk about their goals, overly talk about, when I do this, and they talk in the future tense instead of I am doing this, they always talk about when I do this, when I accomplish this, when I get this, when I get there, when this happens, after I get this. It's always in the future, and it's never going to happen because they're not living in the now. And if you live in the now, you take action. And if you live in the now, you're okay with where you're at right now, and you accept that it's probably not the best place, but you know you're going to improve. And nobody's going to believe in you. Nobody's actually going to take you seriously until you get the results, until they see you actually get what you want to get. I'm not saying buy what you want to buy, but I'm saying reach those goals that you so talked about that you haven't delivered on yet. And I promise you, when you get to that point, it's going to feel really good. But I'm telling you, out of a place, because I've been there, it feels the same. Like, I still feel like the person who acted as if I had those goals, and I'm the same person right now when I have those goals accomplished. Because you're the same person. A lot of people understand that there's this huge identity shift, between you and then your $10,000 a month self. There's no identity shift. You're the same person. You just have to change your perspective. And what's really helped me is acting as the person who already has that specific goal and just going with it. Because a lot of the times, that's exactly how you sort of trick your brain into believing that you're already there. When you act out of a place as if you already have that thing. Because if you don't, then you're just constantly longing for something that you really believe is never going to happen, because you always think it's in the future. So if I always think okay, my 10K a month self when I do this, or I'm going to do this when I hit $10,000 a month, or it's why don't you just act as if you have $10,000 a month recurring? If you have the business that makes you $10,000 a month, why don't you act as that business owner that already has that? What would you do daily? If you had $10,000 a month, you'd probably always be happy. You'd probably always feel abundant. You probably always feel grateful that you have the money. You have the cash flow. You have the, investment capital to invest, $6,000-$7,000 a month into whatever you want. Embody those feelings. Tap into that person, and I promise you, it'll happen in your life a lot quicker than you think. I keep cash on me on hand, $500, just to have, right here. Just I don't like doing this. I've never done this before, but I just keep $500 cash just to have as visualizing. And I just have this cash because I know that $500 is not a lot, and it's super, super, super easy to make. And I use it for visualization purposes as far as money goes and abundance goes. So it's I just kind of go through the money, go through the money and slide through the money as if I'm that guy who's going through $30,000. I don't have $30,000 in cash. I'm gonna be completely honest. But I'm getting to that point. I'm really getting to that point. And so, it's just kind of you start to understand that like these things will happen a lot quicker when you act as that person who already has it. So I encourage you, I challenge you to become the person that makes $10,000 a month right now. Like tell yourself, I'm making $10,000 a month right now. Then watch what happens. You start to trick your subconscious mind into believing that you already have the thing. This is what all these books have taught me, if you're wondering. And then you actually become that person. Take the daily actions that $10,000 a month business owner would take. And then you'll be there in an absolute heartbeat. Like it's literally nothing. It happens very quickly. I've manifested a lot of different amounts of money doing this. Various items, various things in my life. And I'm just challenging you. Do it for a week. Act out of a place of abundance. Act as that person who already makes $10,000 a month. Come back to this video. Comment. Let me know what you think. I promise you, you're going to have a huge shift in yourself and you'll be really surprised about what happens. So go ahead and do just that.